Hey, VP, wagono down. Natumai mko poa, mko fiti from every corner of the country that you're watching Celeb Corner KE from. So it has been a conversation that has been going on in the country, remembering that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya went ahead to disclose the sources of his wealth a few days ago before his appearance at the National Assembly, where alisema ya kwamba most of the properties that he has inherited them from his late brother, the former governor and the first governor of Nyeri County, Nderitu Gachagua. But some new information is coming to light on how Gachagua really got to inherit the wealth of his late brother. Yet, his late brother Nderitu Gachagua was a man that had two wives, and who had two wives. The two wives had kids, and not only that, he also had another two children outside the wedlock. Now, kulingana na taarifa ambazo tunazipokea as of right now, the nephew to Rigathi Gachagua and the son to late governor Nderitu Gachagua is currently in prison for robbery with violence, and this happened under the watch of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua because the son did not want to be disinherited, or did not want Gachagua to take control of his father's wealth, because you know what, the family drama led to all of this. Now listen to what has been posted by one blogger, Robert Alai, who is also a close supporter right now of President William Ruto, and also not only a supporter, he is an MCA and has been for a very long time a critic of Rigathi Gachagua. Listen to what these guys said. In the morning, he posted something about 2 hours ago. He said Jackson Nderitu, son to Nderitu Gachagua, is at Manyani prison, jailed for 20 years for trumped up robbery with violence charges just because he was resisting attempts to disinherit him, to be disinherited his father's properties. If you don't trust what I am telling you, call officer in charge of Manyani prison, Frank. Now, this is something that has caught the attention of the country at large, and we have been given a number here to call, and I will make sure that we call this number, because you know what, we don't want to go on just a hunch that this guy is in prison, yet these are just fake allegations that are being brought up by Robert Alai to try and taint the name of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. I am going to call this number. Let me get on my phone so that we can make the call, so that we ask the officer in charge at Manyani whether one Jackson Nderitu is currently in prison at the said prison. Now, the officer Frank, who his number is 07 0722 0722 609 431. Now we are dialing the number. Listen, that is the number we are dialing. We are being told that the number is currently off. Listen, you're being told that the number is currently off. Now, this is the number that we have been given to try and contact Manyani prison, so that we will get the information in regards to the whereabouts of Nderitu Gachagua's son, Jackson Nderitu. When you get on social media and try to look up on Jackson Nderitu, the son to late Nyeri governor, you know, I always do these things while we are speaking or while we are doing the story, so that you will all get to understand what we are talking about. Jackson Nderitu Gachagua. Nderitu Gachagua. That is what we are trying to look at. Now, Jackson Nderitu Gachagua. Uh, all I can see is the said NNA will. But let's see how this wealth of the late brother to Rigathi Gachagua was shared. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua expressed his disappointment and angered sponsors of his impeachment motion who accused him of money laundering and corruption. He was put up on money laundering and corruption charges. But Gachagua tries to make the people of Kenya understand that the property or the wealth that he has, most of it does not even belong to him, nor did he work for the said wealthy, but the money came from his brother, that is Bwana Jackson Gachagua. Now, I want to read this article. A dense man will that is haunting his brother Rigathi. Dead men tell no tales, goes the adage. But on Monday night, October 7th, the man who died in 2017 was at the center of a 2-hour tell-all press briefing that captivated an entire nation. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who was impeached on aid, went ahead to say that all the wealth that he has, most of it came from his late brother, former Manyani Governor Nderitu Gachagua. Now, DP Gachagua came dragging receipts to prove that some of the accusations against him in the impeachment battle were false. His political career hangs in the balance as he is accused of having used his office to amass wealth worth billions of shillings. Now, Kibwezi, West Member of Parliament Mwangi Mutuse, in a motion tabled before Parliament, accused Gachagua of corruption, undermining the government, and practicing ethnically divisive politics, among other charges. Now, on Monday evening, at a press conference at his official residence, Gachagua denied the accusations, turning them outrageous, sheer propaganda that scheme to hound him from office unfairly. When he spoke during the press conference on Monday, Gachagua attributed part of what he is accused of corruptly obtaining as being the estate of his late big brother, Nderitu Gachagua, who died in 2017 while serving as Nyeri governor. The DP said he owed his late brother, Nderitu, an apology posthumously for dragging his will into the public domain. He said his brother bequeathed his legally acquired properties to his wife, children, and the larger family, yet these had now become the crux of accusations against him. Now, the properties included Olive Garden Hotel in Nairobi, Vipingo Beach Resort in Kilifi, and Queen's Gate Serviced Apartment Spa and Resort, also in Nairobi. Now, it decried the fact that his brother's estate was being subjected to public debate as process of crime. Now, Nderitu Gachagua, the elder brother to DP, died at the age of 64 on February 24, 2017 at the Royal Marsden Hotel in London, United Kingdom. He had been hailing from cancer of the pancreas. Now, Nderitu was a trained quantity surveyor who first worked within the Ministry of Public Works in 1977 after graduating from the University of Nairobi with an undergraduate degree in building economics. I want to look at the will of this man. The former governor's estate is inclusive of 2 widows and 2 sons born out of his immediate family. Now, Gachagua pointed out that he had 2 wives, Margaret Nyokabi and Margaret Waithegeni. He desired that all his property, except the houses he left to his 2 widows and 2 sons, be sold among the beneficiaries. Now, none got more than 10% of his estate. Now, the properties include Olive Garden Hotel in Nairobi, Vipingo Beach Resort in Kilifi, and Queen's Gate Serviced Apartment Spa and Resort also in Nairobi. He left his home in Lang'ata to his wife Nyokabi with directions that she should hold interest for children, while the home in Karen was left under the trust of his wife Waithegeni, as well as a house in Meru. Now, Kenneth Gachagua and Jackson Gachagua are to share their father's ancestral home in Hiringa, Nyeri County equally. He bequeathed his brother Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua shares he held at Moiga Homes in Nyeri. Apart from these properties that he bequeathed to a close family, he directed the executors of his will to liquidate all assets to settle his liabilities and proceed to distribute the balance from the sale. Now, the late Nderitu entrusted for 5% of his will to his brother Rigathi. His close friend Moi Madenge and lawyer Joroge Regeru the responsibility of executing. Now, Kenneth, Justin, Susan, and Mercy, his children, each received 10% of their father's estate as compared to 5% bequeathed to his wife. Nderitu bestowed 5% of his estate to his mother, Marida, to be held in trust by Gachagua. Rigathi was bequeathed 5% of Nderitu's estate, while one of their brothers, Jackson, received 4% to his sons not born by the two wives. He left a cumulative 8% of his estate. Now, he left his late brothers, Fred Washira, children, 4% of his estate. He bequeathed Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua 2% of his estate, and his sisters Lillian, Jennifer, Linda, and Eunice each got 1% each. Now, Nderitu's will included a cumulative 3% share of his estate to his five step siblings, the balance of 11% after giving each beneficiary their portion would be focused towards administering the estate. Now, at his demise, Nderitu had plots in Karen, Vipingo Beach, Nairobi, and Kiagwachi, as well as 200 million in bank accounts. Nderitu owned. He also owned 8 vehicles, including a Mercedes-Benz, Range Rover, BMW, and Audi Q7, among others. Now, the late Nderitu Gachagua included a civet in the will. Anyone who challenged the will in court would have to forfeit their inheritance. Have you heard that? Now, what he said, anybody who questioned his will should be disinherited from their percentage of the will. Now, come to today, when we are receiving the information that his son, the son to late Nderitu Gachagua, is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence at the Manyani prison, where we are being told these charges were dreamt up charges by Rigathi Gachagua once he ascended to the higher office to avoid the man who did. He was the only son, Jackson, who did not want to be disinherited or to leave their shares to Rigathi Gachagua's estate to manage, because Gachagua has been managing the estate all along. Now, the truth of this story has not yet been verified, because we are trying to call the number that we were given, but we are being told that the number is off right now. But let me tell you, once the information comes out in relation to whether Jackson Nderitu Gachagua is currently being held at Manyani prison, we will be back here to keep you informed and to keep you on toes in regards to this story, because it's a story that has become a matter of public scrutiny. Please go ahead and subscribe. See you in our next video. This is Celeb Corner KE.